Hi, you guys. It's Rhiannon. So, I'm here to do Life Path 5 reading. I just did the whole reading and it failed to upload. So, thank you, Mercury retrograde. It's on its way. I'm ready to freak out. Luckily, I still have all the cards out. Unfortunately, you guys won't get to see me pull them because that video just got screwed up. So, we're just going to start over, number 5. Okay, so basically we're doing our readings a little bit differently this time for the full moon. We've got the full super moon in Virgo coming up tonight/tomorrow for February 19th, February 19th, 2019. Rather than go by zodiac sign, I decided that I'm going to do this by life path number. Let's see how this goes. If these are more accurate, we can start doing them this way. If you guys like the zodiac better, I just thought it would be fun to try something new. Also, instead of just a regular general message, we're looking for specific healing shadow work that you guys can work on during this full moon to clear, okay? So the decks that we're using are the Past Life Oracle, the Archetype card, Sacred Geometry Activations, and the Akashic Tarot. So I've already got your guys' all pulled, so this should be pretty fast because I've already done the reading once. But basically, the shadow work that's looking to be healed for the number 5 life path number, which is the freedom seeker, okay, is first the damsel in distress, okay? The shadow is the damsel in distress, somebody who's waiting for a knight to provide for you, to provide seduction by romantic illusion, basically telling you what you want to hear to sweep you off your feet. We also have the judge here. The judge's shadow work is offering the only destructive criticism and misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. So if you're a cop or you're a lawyer or you're somebody that has some authority and you're a number 5, this is something that's looking to be healed. And we also have the pioneer, which is shadow attribute, compulsive need to keep moving on. So this is somebody who, rather than stops to heal, stops to learn, they just keep going, which is kind of a very Virgo thing to do. And we are in a Virgo full moon here. So if you're a number 5 and a Virgo, this is especially for you. So what we did was we then next pulled some Akashic Records cards. And you guys got both the Akashic Library as well as the King of Keys. Now, all of the other numbers so far have gotten an archangel in this setting to call upon to help them with this shadow work. Rather than an archangel, number 5, you guys will be using the actual Akashic Library to go back and heal this. And so you can book a private past life or Akashic reading with someone like me to dig even further. You can get on YouTube and try to do some meditations or some hypnosis yourself to try to access the Akashic records. The Akashic Library is huge, so if you don't know what you're looking for, it's kind of hard. So what we did is we pulled some past life cards to give you a clue of where to start. And what we have is we have a king, a wealthy man, could have been royalty, or they could have just been very wealthy in the court. Likely the end of the 16th century into the 17th century, somebody who owned ships that transported lumber. Okay. And so what happened was either you had this lifetime or you have an ancestor, a forefather that lived this life as a very wealthy person of power. And they've accumulated some karma that you're being asked to clear. And because he was such a wealthy man, he was a powerful person who probably mistreated women. And that's where this damsel in distress. If he's a king or somebody with that kind of power, who are the people that made all the decisions back then? The judges. How many people's heads were chopped off? How many people were sent to death and hanged because of this person's critical judgments? Okay. And it was very easy for him to just move along, on his horse throughout his life and not worry about healing anything because he was a rich, powerful man. And unfortunately for you, number 5, is now it's time for you to deal with the sins of your forefathers. But that's okay because we're going to be able to do that. And now we know where to look. So if you're doing some of this work by yourself, you are just going to be looking to go back to the lifetime where you ran ships that transported lumber, where you were a rich, wealthy, either king or dignitary in the late 16th to 17th century. You'll be using the Akashic Library to access that. The sacred geometry energy you have is synergy. If you're able to start working on these shadows and start clearing them, you're going to, if you're just willing to say, yes, I'll do this work, you're going to start noticing that things are just going to start falling into place. You're going to have a lot of synchronistic things happening to where everything's just going to fall into place. Synergy here is the frequency that supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth. So if you're able to heal this, you're going to have a new way to function, work, think, relate, and love. Okay? This is going to change everything about you. So you're going to want to do this work during this full moon, number 5. Okay? And if you're able to do that, let's talk about how we're going to shift this energy. You're going to shift into the light of this attribute of the judge. You're going to be balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. Instead of the damsel in distress, you'll be understanding the nature of a healthy romance to inspire you to rely on yourself. So this is really going to help you number 5s that are struggling in the romance department and the love department. And then here it will move on to passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So removing this karma is really going to open up a lot of creative energy for you. Any blocks that you have creatively will be moved. So, yeah. Number 5, here's your message to be working on during this full moon. Please answer the call. Again, let me know if you guys liked this style of reading, and we can continue to do this in the future. Again, not everything will resonate for everyone. This is a general reading. If you would like your own Akashic reading or past life reading, you can contact me through my email, which should be linked here on my profile. You can also find me at Rhiannon Rambles on Facebook, and I'll try to link those in the description below. I always appreciate a thumbs up, a share, a comment, and a subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.